welcome back to Burks In-House, folks. I'm Troy Burke. I'm your host, and this is part 2 to the life that you were meant to live. Last week, we left off with you making a list of everything that you're grateful for. Well, this week, I want to talk about the truth. Let's look at the truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, what are two of the biggest obstacles in our lives as human beings? Well, one, ourselves, and two, fear. And the two go hand in hand because most of the time what stops us is ourselves and the fear of ourselves. We're afraid. Procrastination is just an excuse to not do. So quit fearing yourself. Have some belief in yourself. You know, after all, this is the life that you are meant to live. Not my life, but your life. Sometimes I reflect on my life to help explain and give examples because all of my content is real, true, proven life experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. What are your strong points? Where are you making mistakes? Are you spending too much money? Are you being yourself? That's the most important thing, the authenticity of being yourself. Is there baggage that you still need to let go of? That can play into your fear factor, your procrastination. In this day and age, we have no privacy, so it's so extremely easy to be called out, to be memed. It's also very easy to chase a trend and end up in the wrong profession. Far too many times, this will take the place of what you are truly meant to do with your life and with your profession. Well, we see others having success, so we figure if we do the same thing, it will grow our following and we can have the same success. Well, then you lose sight of yourself and your true talents. What's even worse is when this doesn't work and the people call you out instead of liking you and meme you. If you're experiencing this right now, then I'm sorry, but you needed to hear this wake-up call. So consider this your constructive criticism. Now it's time to do something about it. Like I said, this is part 2, so we're moving in depth, going on with it, okay? 9 times out of 10, you are not fake. You've just lost sight. It hurts. Especially when you've invested time, energy, and money into the wrong profession. Okay? It's really hard to swallow, but at least you realized it, and that is on a good and high note. And that, my friends, is what they call in AA the first step. The admitting that you have a problem or an issue, okay? Sometimes we need that constructive criticism. Sometimes we need to be reminded we're not being ourselves. But people aren't always going to be around. You start weeding out the good and the bad. That's for a different video, different subject. So I'm a firm believer in listening to my gut. You know, ask yourself, is this me? Does this feel like me? I'm also a strong believer in having a journal or a notebook around. It never hurts to write down a list of pros and cons for yourself or jot down a rough draft of your idea. I jotted all my ideas down for this vlog, okay? Last, worry less about pleasing others. Concentrate more on being truthful with yourself. You gotta be true to yourself. Work with your talents and your strong points. Being totally honest, which I like to be totally honest, you can't fix everything. There are some things you cannot fix, and you need to know when to move on from that. Other things you can work on and make better and get better at. Like, I wasn't always good at guitar. I had to learn to be good, but I wanted it enough, and it was in my heart and soul enough. My intuition, again, my gut was telling me I'm going to be a good guitar player. So there's always a fine line there. Know when to move on from things that you cannot fix. It's always good to talk to you all, and I really appreciate the new follows lately, the new subscriptions. I'm currently doing something that a few of you know about now on YouTube. I have turned 2 or 3 of my playlists into a collaboration list, and what that means is if you have a common thread with me, and my only rule is just be creative with your content. That's all. If you're creative and you want to collaborate with me, I will send me your link in my DM, or you can, some of you have been emailing your links to me, which is awesome, and I appreciate that, and I will add you to my playlist. All I ask is that you do the same. This helps us build our community of creators up together, and it's totally free. Remember, you gotta be true to you, okay? You gotta weed out the BS. Keep writing your journal and notebook, your pros, your cons. Get in the steps of writing down your ideas, your not so good ideas. You don't know until you get it out of you sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with doing, tests, rough drafts. I write down, I go through notebooks like candy. I write down just about everything for my day just because I'm getting older, but it helps out, and once I get to feeling emotional or whatever, I put it in a song, Not all of us are songwriters. My point is, I'm in the habit of writing things down. I do believe even if I wasn't a musician, I would still write things down. But this has been part 2. If you like this, give me a heart on Instagram or smash the thumbs up button on Facebook or YouTube. Continue to follow, subscribe. Come and collaborate with me on YouTube as well. And until we meet again, oh, yeah, comment. Keep commenting. I appreciate the comments. This helps me build my content up. And, be honest with me. If you don't like something, let me know. The only way that I can make things better is to hear more feedback from you guys. But until we meet again, I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll. This is Troy Burke from Burks In House. Thank you.